Panzer. Okay. Our dual attack with transport and fleeing apprehension. He went downfield really nice, okay, but he came in and he popped off, okay. Obviously not ideal picture, but right away the dog turned around and came back and bit. So unfortunately I had to take half of those points, 5 out of 10.
Oh, wait a minute.
The grip was pretty good, 4 out of 5. The release and recall, it took you a few commands to come back, and then he kind of veered off a little bit, so finally came back, 6 out of 10. On the second bite, the group was pretty good, 4 out of 5. The out and guard, he outed really cleanly, but then left the guard. Okay. Now, you went to the decoy and just transported. Okay. In the future, what you want to do is put your dog back in that guard, come back to your home.
Okay.
Okay. So that what you can do is you can still salvage some points out of a guard.
Okay.
Okay. So unfortunately, I had to take off half the points for that. 5 out of 10. The transport was perfect. 10 out of 10. Okay. The apprehension bite. It took me a second to send them out. Okay. So 4 out of 5. The release was very clean. 4 out of 5, and the guard and return. You're just a little slow coming back. 45. That is 49 out of 65 points, which is passing that scenario. Our scenario 2, the call off. Okay. He went downfield really nicely. Unfortunately, did not call off. Okay. So when you don't call off, it basically zeroes the scenario. But I still wanted to allow you to send your dog back downfield. Okay. Our fended off attack. Okay. This was really nice. The pursuit was really nice. He comes right out, 10 out of 10. On the level 2s, we are not actually holding the dog off. In a level 3, we will move around and try to keep the dog off of the bite. Okay. What I want is, I wanted the decoy to just pull the distraction out, and I wanted to see, was the dog going to go under it, was the dog going to go over it, or was the dog going to go around it and avoid the distraction. Okay. He saw it in his face. He slowed down for a second, and then he went over it. Okay, which to me was a beautiful picture. I just took off a couple of points just for him slowing down when it was in his face, but then going over it. That was 8 out of 10. The strike, 10 out of 10. The drive was perfect, 5 out of 5. The bite, the release, and then the guard and return. It just took him a couple seconds to find you where you were, and so I just took off a couple points out of that. That is 46 out of 50 points, which is passing that scenario with highest distinction. Our judge's surprise scenario. Okay, here's where handling really comes into play. Okay, you did a very nice job handling the situation. She went to send her dog didn't go over the jump. Okay, she recalled her dog back, and she finally got her dog to go over the jump. Now, when he went over, your guard command is flat. Okay. Now, I'm fine with that if the dog does actually go and stay. The dog is actually making the, showing the behavior of guarding. Okay. But he did come. You did actually get him to stay in the vicinity of the decoy. Okay. So I took off a point. It was only a 2-point jump. I took a point off because you got a point because you were actually able to get him to go over it. The guard, because it wasn't really, he was there, but it wasn't perfect. 2 out of 5. The recall, just a little bit slow coming back, 2.5 out of 3. The tunnel was perfect. He went right through the tunnel, 2 out of 2. The distraction came in his face, and he went around it. Okay. But he didn't really lose much stride besides going around a little bit. But I had to take off half the points for that. That was a 10-point exercise, and so 5 out of 10. The strike was good, obviously a little slow because he was coming around, 4 out of 5. And then the grip, again, just a little bit, could have been a little bit fuller, 7 out of 8. The out was very clean, 5 out of 5, and the transport was perfect, 10 out of 10. That is 38.5 out of that scenario, and that is passing that scenario. Okay. It didn't total up the scores, but I will give it a score. But everyone give her a big round of applause. This is her first time showing in the 2s. This is not easy stuff. There are not a lot of dogs pilot to level 2. And we're really excited that she's out here showing.
Good job.